canister of water in it. So it's just a...
That's actually
So
godlike.
he's drinking from his bag.
That's incredible and also really weird. That's incredibly weird.
Okay, so
this is Rin.
Rin.
I haven't heard of Rin before. Are you familiar with this player?
Me neither.
Okay.
So let's see what he brings to the table. All right.
So we're going to start off on Battlefield. A very good stage for Bayo, but Mac doesn't really need to worry too much about stage picks because he's not going to be trying to pressure her on platforms too much himself.
Yeah.
So he can just, I mean, she can camp, but as soon as she hits the ground, she's in the danger zone.
Yeah, and you know, with Little Mac in terms of stages, it's a safe bet that you're going to either end up on Battlefield or on Town & City.
For sure.
Because Little Mac, of course, doesn't want to go to Smashville. Dreamland isn't too great from either, and you don't want to go Final Destination versus Little Mac.
For sure, yeah. And what I mean when I say is he doesn't have to worry too much about stage picks is that Bayo is probably going to pick stages that are also good for him.
Yeah.
She's definitely going to ban FD because that's like her worst stage for sure.
Good point.
Oh,
Okay.
instant wish time, but goes for a down tilt to dash attack. Might have been a misinput.
Yeah, that must have been a misinput right there.
I think so far Pussy King. Oh,
he actually
what
gets
a mix-up!
What the hell? Yeah, I think Pussy King's only option right there would have been air dodge, but not quick enough on the buttons.
I think he could have jumped away, but it looked like he kind of jumped in
Yeah,
air
because
at the same time.
that should never ever be true.
Yeah, you can't have the best of both worlds, Pussy King. That's
boy.
not how we do it in the UK, or wherever Rin is from.
So, Pussy King was starting out super strong, but you know, one quick two-piece can shift the tides of battle.
Yeah, for sure. He was doing a really good job of anti-airing Rin for a fair amount of questionable ABKs. But just, you know, it shows the explosiveness of these characters. But there you go. There's a Gazelle Punch to clean up that first stock. Let's hope that Pussy King doesn't have the rug pulled out from him.
Yeah,
like he had before. Okay,
Yeah,
down tilt.
Yeah, that's the biggest downfall of Little Mac. A game can end just like that, you know, either positively or negatively.
Yeah, it blows my mind that Little Mac players are not the most nervous people in the world. Because I play Falco and I'm scared of getting gimped all the time.
Yeah.
Because my recovery is bad. But as a Little Mac player, like you say, the game can literally just end like that. You can be winning the whole time, and all it takes is a single weak hitbox off stage,
You know,
and you're done.
I think when there's a Little Mac versus Sheik, I think they both age at like 500%.
Yeah, they sit down as kids and then walk back up and they got grey beards like I've been here for 1,000 years. But Rin has actually got the lead here on Pussy King, and he loses his KO punch now to the strings, keeping him in the air. Oh, he used his second jump, but Rin not quite on the ball there with the anti-air.
Okay.
I feel like maybe you could have punished that heel slide.
Yeah, but I also get that he doesn't want to push his luck too much.
Yeah, sure.
Considering what happened last time by the ledge. Okay.
Up B. I think that's not going to do it quite yet with those big blast zone battlefields. Those big battlefield blast zones, excuse me. The big But yeah, pretty tense game right here. The thing is, the Gazelle punch out of nowhere. Mac actually has way more immediate KO power in that situation.
Yeah.
Bayo, until like about 120 or 30, doesn't really have a single like fast, safe move that will kill you like back air. You know, she has a, I think they call it Marthritis in Melee, right? Like Marth will either kill you at 70
Right,
or
yeah,
he'll kill you at
exactly,
170.
exactly. Yeah.
And that's how I feel Bayo is.
Yeah. And what I've noticed from Rin's play is what you see often in mid-level Bayos is great conversion game, great combo game, but the neutral is lacking, defense is lacking, you know, just because a combo is something you can practice by yourself. It's something you can easily get better at. Neutral, on the other hand, is a difficult concept to get
It's
a grasp
gained
on.
by experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, interestingly enough, we actually see the Pussy King switch here to the Meta Knight. I did not know he had a Meta Knight. I've heard he had a Cloud, but I had not heard about Meta Knight. The only rationale I can think of for this is that he's staying with Crispy, a Meta Knight player, being housed by him.
Yeah.
But he's got to be some kind of next level genius if he's figured out how to play the character in one night from playing a guy who plays it.
Remember Destiny, the Swiss Little Mac, also has a Meta Knight secondary.
Yeah.
Just to cover all those difficult matchups that Little Mac has, because there are plenty.
Yeah, there must be some kind of like hole in the matchup spread that we're not noticing that makes Meta Knight a very effective secondary for Little Mac.
Yeah, it might actually be, you know, a super next level counter pick for Little Max.
It's working out for him pretty well so far. He hasn't had a stock kind of snuck away from him like he did last game. And it looks like his Meta Knight is actually pretty refined.
You know, and I think Meta Knight is a perfect pick, because when looking at Rin's gameplay, he was making a lot of unsafe grounded decisions. Look at the heel slides, for example.
That's a very good point, actually.
And Meta Knight has the perfect toolkit with his dash grab and his dash attack to actually counter that.
Yeah, it's the punish game. Like Little Mac has a devastating punish game too, but you've got to be completely sure of your punish. And when it comes to hitboxes like Bayonetta's, you can never really be too confident. You might need something a little bit more on the safe side. Okay, but gets the ABK back onto stage. He's back on the platform, but I think he's pushing just a few too many buttons. Like, could afford the shield or maybe camp with Nair a little bit more. At the moment, just kind of hoping pu55yk1ng falls into defensive options. He could have committed there, but I don't blame him for not. Ooh, misinput there with the turnaround jab. Looking for an air dodge read that kind of just wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, pu55yk1ng seeing a bit too comfortable to be throwing out panic options.
I gotta say, I'm impressed with this Meta Knight. It's not looking like a secondary. It's looking very, very practiced. Until he did that Nair at the ledge, because it doesn't cover anything. But well, everybody gets one, pu55yk1ng. Everybody gets one. We'll try to get him on stage. Trying to read a hasty AB key back on the stage and trying to two-frame him, I think.
Dropping out a bit low, but that's unfortunate. He could have, you know, used his LB to get back, but you know, Rin is going to take that all the way to the bank. Yeah,
I mean, he's got a comfortable enough lead. I mean, no lead is that comfortable versus Bayo, but Rin hasn't really shown the capacity for those early stocks, aside from the first game with the kind of messy read. So he hasn't been laddered or taken off the top yet, so I don't think he has too much to fear. Because Meta Knight is not going to fall victim to the same setups, and there you go.
Oh boy, I think Rin has just already reached